Good start. Yeah, Disruptive Pilot. I'm also not a fan of having the splits on top, but the issue is that if I have them at the bottom, it covers the loading bar. And you need to see the loading bar at the very start of the game, because timing begins as soon as the loading bar is full. And I'm using an auto splitter, so like practically speaking it's not necessary, but for verification purposes it's just to double check that, you know, what the exact timing is. Good door loss again. That's a shitty cop car blocking my way here. That's fine.
This is the place right here. Let's get off the street and find a change of clothes.
Yeah, Razin, didn't Activision buy Zynga at some point? Or am I misremembering? Or did Microsoft buy Zynga? With all their Facebook games and stuff. Those must have been worth billions too. Take-Two bought them. Oh really? Huh. Take-Two wanted to buy Zynga, somebody says. Interesting. Didn't know that they got them. Taxi. I'll take it. World of Warcraft has been making a lot of money on cosmetics. I'm not surprised. I think the subscriptions have been dropping steadily for quite a while already, but it's still a gigantic MMO. It's still probably the biggest one, I would imagine. And yeah, if they have microtransaction stuff, the cosmetics, then that's going to be a huge pile of money. Sadly. When is new PSO? I mean, if the new PSO would be more like original PSO, then I would play the shit out of it. If it's more like PSO 2, then eh. It's the same with mobile games as well, by the way, Power Incan. I've played I play a fair few mobile games. I never spend a single euro on them, because I cannot be fucking bothered. One of the games I was playing was Star Trek Fleet Commander, which is this kind of semi-MMO thing. And it's one of those games that really pushes you to try and buy a bunch of shit. Which I refuse to do. And you have guilds in that game too. And I think the people who were in my guild, like some of them were spending hundreds of euros, if not thousands of euros each year. Motherfucker. What was below 2 million subs? Really? That's tiny. That's shockingly small. Like they were 10 million plus at some point. I've never seen the point of cosmetics and MMOs either, no. I truly don't care about cosmetics in any game. Like, they can look nice, it can be fun to have them, but it's never been worth the money. I kinda hated that Monster Hunter World was trying to push this kind of stuff too. But it's lucrative business, so I get why companies do it. Right, how about cop? Yes. Good. That cop car just despawned, because it spawned in a weird spot. Excuse me? I feel like squeezing in the tutorial here is so goddamn tight. Like, I should be able to make this now, but it's closer than I would like it to be.
I had it on a combo.
Do I have plans on doing a 100% run this week? Over the weekend I may be able to pull it off. If it happens this week, it'll be on Sunday. But most likely I'm going to do a bit of practice this week, mostly. Because there's a lot of stuff I still need to learn for 100%. And just doing runs, I don't know how much that pays off. Alright, let's try and get this replay recorded. Can I still squeeze this in? That should be good enough, yeah. And this still takes a lot of concentration of me to do this segment. Yeah, plenty of time. Cool. Oh dear. Okay, shitty parking, but it's good enough. It doesn't matter too much. Yo, get in, please. Thank you. And off we go. Should be a good split coming up after Van Heist. Provided I don't lose the cop car now or something. Smallpox, I'll answer in just a second. I have to focus on this for a moment. But I'm happy to talk about the dissertation. We're getting the good route again. And I managed to squeeze in front of him. That should be good. Hope it's not too close by. No cops around either. Good. This should be a legit gold, like an actual gold split that's truly gold. Right, Smallpox. My dissertation is a collection of 3 papers. One paper is about the connection between democratic changes, so democratic breakdowns and also democratization, and economic and financial crises. So looking at how crises spill over into political changes, where inflation crises turn out to be the most important ones. It's kind of relevant for today's world, I guess. And then I've got a paper that's on democratic changes and income inequality, because there's theories out there that suggest that if you become a more democratic society, there should be a more kind of equal, progressive taxation system. And there should be more and more redistribution, either direct or indirect. And I was testing whether that's actually been the case historically, which turns out not to be true. Democratization basically had no impact on it whatsoever. And then I've got one more paper that's on the effects of financial liberalization. Specifically, it's looking at something called capital account liberalization, which is something that's important for moving money across borders. So like being able to do investments abroad, for instance. And I was checking whether it has a positive or a negative impact on growth. This is a topic that's been studied quite a bit, but it's been a bit mixed results, and the narrative has changed over the years. So like back in the 70s and 80s, you had a lot of stuff, you had a lot of countries that were pushing towards this mass liberalization, just like liberalize everything, privatize everything, especially in Southern America. And then later on, a lot of those countries ended up in crises. So like that raises a big question mark around whether it's actually worth it, because like maybe you get a bit of growth out of it, but if you end up in a crisis because of it, then maybe it's not worth it. Yeah, Argentina's a prime example. Like Argentina's a country that went from mass privatization, and now it's been an inflation crisis and a government debt default for the last like 20 years straight.
I like to listen to
Country has
this
struggled
next
massively.
while enjoying a fine Chardonnay.
This is sketchy. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make this now. Yeah, Alti, this is more than a boom-bust cycle, though. Like, a boom-bust cycle, that's normal and very difficult to avoid, although governments and central banks do try to. Okay, I made it. Jeez, that was close. How did I test it? Whew, that's a long story. So, I collect a whole bunch of macroeconomic data, and then I run a lot of regression models on it. Wide variety of regression models. It was a taxi. Bit too far away, though.
Would you like a kitten? Have one delivered. Just log on to petsovernight.com.
I would really like a taxi now.
and we'll
This
send
guy
you
will
a
do.
Cute kitten overnight. Petsovernight.com. Delivering.
Hey, what's up, Discord? Do I still live in Hong Kong? No, I've been out of Hong Kong for many, many years now. Hong Kong was interesting. I almost ended up living there much longer. But fortunately, I got out. Okay, we got a fire truck. Good. I killed the pedestrian there because I think it would have launched me away, probably. Much like these bitches. This is slow because there's so many obstacles here. UK privatised railway, mail, then the whole country with Brexit. Yeah, the thing with privatisation is it's tricky because in a lot of contexts it makes sense and it pays off and it actually does improve efficiency and like the country is better off because of it. But there are also many instances where it's done a bit overzealously, and then it can backfire. Like if you privatize everything at the same time, then chances are that your country's gonna suffer a bit in the end. Like it's gonna go wrong somewhere. Right, 43 seconds. I should be able to make this, provided that I don't bump into anything. Suffer in the end or in the beginning? Mostly in the end. In the beginning it doesn't tend to be that bad, but in the end it tends to backfire somehow. Hello, top-down camera, please. Easy. Starting to get quite decent at this, Jew. So we basically skipped the entire mission there. Salvatore's called a meeting. Second time that I've done it today, so that's starting to work out much nicer. It was a close call at the end. I didn't have much time left anymore, but it worked out. Right, and now it'll be important during this mission to get rid of this limo. You're releasing a paper about democratization and income inequality soon, and you have the same conclusion. Interesting. Cool. Yeah, I think we're one of many actually, because that's been a lot of. I think many of the recent papers have found pretty much that. What approach did you use, out of curiosity? Because the main thing I tried to do was to go for a very different methodology compared to existing papers. Because I mean, it's a topic that's been explored quite a bit, and I didn't want to just like repeat the same regressions and do the same kind of analysis, but I've tried to change it up methodologically to see if it still gives the same kind of results. Smallpox, I'm leaving academia. I finished the PhD and that's more than enough academia for me. Dude. Where the fuck is he running? He started running towards the entrance there when I pressed to enter the car. That is bizarre. Could you stop shooting me? Damn this guy.
106.
There's another funky strategy you can do here, where I think you can get yourself an M16. If you... Yeah, you can get lucky and get M16 ammo at the end of the previous mission. Wait, no, that doesn't work, does it? There's some way to have an M16 here, at least. And then you can shoot the people running out. And then Misty spawns a bit sooner. Or whatever her name is. Maria. Why punch the guard? So I want to aggro the guard, I want to piss him off, so that he starts chasing me and then he tries to drag me out of the car. There's a very weird programming quirk here in GTA 3 where if somebody tries to drag you out of your car, but you've blocked off the door, then the vehicle disappears. Like it's kind of cleared out of memory. And the game only stores the last 3 cars that you've been using. And one of the last cars I've used is the fire truck. So if I had not cleared the memory and like gotten rid of this limo, then the fire truck would disappear. Okay, now we mega jump. Good, that's a good jump. So yeah, basically by punching the guy, he starts chasing me, he tries to drag me out of the limo, I block off the door, and for whatever weird ass reason that means that the car is going to be no longer stored. Shit, can I make it up? Hello? Yikes. But yeah, this basically means that the fire truck is still there. And that lets me dupe another mission coming up soon. How do they even figure that out? So people have been looking at the uncompiled code for a long time for this game. And there are a few people, PowdyNet for instance comes to mind, and Nick, who have been looking into all of the details of this game. And here there's a weird trick where if you play a replay right after he stops running, he starts running again towards the car. Saves a bit of time. Yeah, PowdyNet, the destroyer of GTA. I think it was was he the first one to really start looking into the code? I don't remember who was first, but that changed the run a lot, quite a bit. PowdyNet, we're blaming you for... I don't know for what. We're blaming you for destroying GTA 3. You're killing GTA 3. You're killing the joy of speedrunning. Oh, he got a shotgun shot off. That used to be kind of a potential run killer, if he would blast you there. Right, and the reason why I need a fire truck is because now I've got a grenade rampage set up. And the grenade rampage asks you to blow up vehicles, like you have to blow up cars with it. And I want to start that rampage, and then I can blow up vehicles using Firefighter. Like this. And now there's one vehicle left, I pick up the mission, I blow up the last vehicle. Like, let's say, like this. The rampage passes, I'm now no longer on the mission. What the fuck was that? And now I have to die. What the hell is wrong with these people? They're trying to shoot me, which is fine because I want to die, but it's kind of unexpected as well. Right, and because I've picked up the mission twice, that means that... Yeah, actually this is a funky one to explain. So, there's a kind of cleanup script at the end of missions. And it removes all the mission relevant, objects from the game. So for instance, like in the previous mission, there were 3 guys that I was meant to shoot. And the cleanup script just says, okay, you failed the mission, we're going to remove these guys because, yeah, you know, because you failed the mission. Yeah, you're no longer on a mission. Laboratory. Oh, I'm doing Blowfish first. Fuck me. Bad muscle memory. Bad muscle memory. It's fine, it's just around the corner. That's unfortunate.
Okay.
Dang, that's what I get for talking so much. Ah, what is this mega jump, dude? Ugh. Why did I launch myself over the wall there? Right, now I need a vehicle to get to the Blowfish van. Yikes. That's the first time that's happened to me, actually. Also, fuck these fences. Are the fences still broken at least? Yes. Good. I can take this shortcut. Salvage some of the time. Oh yeah, that was painful though. Very unfortunate. It's stupid of me to go for the Salvatore Mansion. Like, it was... The marker was not there on the minimap, I should have realized sooner. But in my mind, every time I get in the ambulance during any percent, I'm driving to Salvatore. Like, that's the part that sticks in my mind. Because I've not done that many runs where I actually got the Insta-pass for Salvatore's Call the Meeting. And I think I've still got some backup strats in my mind instead. It's all good though. Nothing run killing at least. It is a waste of time of course, but we can keep going. Let's trigger the bomb around here. I still have time left. Man, how long is this damn timer? Alright, almost dead. And now we're gone. The reason why I kill myself here is because I just want to get closer to the mission markers again. This is the moment where I need an ambulance. In the previous section I actually didn't have to get an ambulance, it's just a fast vehicle that you can pick up here. But now it's important to get one. And trigger the bomb as soon as the Trashmaster is fully crossed the gate. Cool. I'll try that next time. It's funny how that strategy has changed. Then it used to be that you want to trigger it very late, because you wanted to have enough time to open up the gate on the way out. But with the Death Warp, none of that matters anymore. So this is probably going to be a bad split, I would imagine, since I messed up my drive there.
I think they were speaking English before we were. The people over here were speaking Shoshone and Cherokee.
Man, Cherokee schmarokee.
Good drop.
And another thing, what's up with this?
Sloppy parking. Good enough though. And yeah, my Ghost 84, it's your fault. You personally are at
That's
fault
an American sport.
for me making that mistake. It's not my fault at all. I didn't do anything wrong.
Like stealing other people's
I mean, I made the
land
mistake,
by
but you
force
made me
and-
make a
And
mistake.
wearing tight pants while you do it.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about being a man, Laszlo. Something you wouldn't know anything about from the sound of things. I'll tell you, I bet you played wimpy stuff like touch football and basketball. Look, I'm running around the
bad
court
driving here.
bouncing the ball and I'm
I wonder if there's a good way to
string.
lose the
I'm
left
telling
door
you, man,
here
I only play men's sports like
before I do the
football
final drive.
and hopscotch.
Hopscotch? That's a girl's game.
Man, that
Get
ain't
a good
girl's
vantage
game,
point,
man.
then I'll head in when you fire the first shot.
Get me
To
in
back
the
up just a
club,
little
I'll
bit here,
I'll take any.
because otherwise I can't shoot all of them. Oh boy. Oh boy! We're doing this, huh? Bouncy, bouncy time. I might lose the car now.
Martinez, founder of Fernando's New Beginnings.
I was very slow at starting the sniping there.
Saving your marriage. We understand how
Let's see if I
living
can
in
still get
orbit
this.
can take the passion out of your life. With our 3-step program, you'll rediscover romance.
3 kids, 2 cars, and
Still
a
got it. And I think the replay should be good enough for 2. I think it should be okay. We'll see. Yeah, I lost... Oh wow, I only lost 23 seconds on that segment? Surprising. I thought there was a train wreck.
To look up to. Call New Beginnings today. 555-9292. It will be a miracle. I guarantee it. Fernando's New Beginnings. We turn an ending into a new beginning.
Mom, there's a package for you. But I didn't know.
Let's see if we got it. Yes, we did. Good. Man, that's pretty good actually. Second run to leave Portland today.
Who says that e-commerce isn't a brilliant
I'm
idea?
happy with this.
All right, speaking of brilliant, you're listening to Chatterbox with me, Laszlo.
It's going to be a
Over here
21:30
to
Portland
phone,
again,
see
because I'm
what
going to do the
played
same
Liberty City.
timer glitch
Hello,
later on.
caller. You're on the air.
Wow, I got through. Laszlo, I think your last 2 callers are a perfect example of manners in this city. People are rude.
There was a
and
cop
they
car
don't
there.
care about anything but themselves.
Cop cars are the only ones that do not
Perfect
despawn when you use the
example.
top-down camera,
The other day,
which is kind of
I was
annoying.
by the store to pick up an exercise bar because I hadn't had breakfast.
And yeah, it's
before
21:30
lunch.
Portland.
So I go up to pay, and the lady's like $1.25.
The GTA 3 world record, he
So I
throws
get
himself
out
in the
my
water
checkbook,
after bombing the
and
base.
guy behind me was
Probably
like,
because
"Oh,
his
come
car
on, lady, you don't
despawned.
have $2?" And I said, as a matter of fact, I don't.
Alright, so I'm going to have to truncate some seconds here. And the world record also does man dupes, I think, right? Just the blockout, by the way. If you're a fan of GTA runs, then I would highly recommend that you check out, for instance, Ultima Omega, who's in chat right now. You can give him a follow. He streams GTA speedruns regularly too. He's excellent at this game. Two Mandoos even, jeez. I think you Mandu Paparazzi Purge and you Mandu Last Requests, don't you? I still cannot lose this down door. It's a struggle every time. Yeah, last request and Paparazzi Purge. Makes sense. I wonder how risky those actually are now for the top runners. Can't imagine that they're resetting there that often. Alright, now I need to pick up a rampage during this mission, which is just around the corner here. I'm going to give myself a little bit more time than I did previously. Like, I'll wait until I've got 1 minute 15 left. I think that could do well. Last request is the worst one, yeah, because you have to do this jump or something, or there's this carpet reference I remember seeing. It seemed nasty. Alright, let's go with this.
But thankfully, I've never been. I mean, I've
Now we need to
done
make another
crazy things, I
replay.
can tell you that. But I've never been on fire. At least not to my knowledge.
Your dial's in the
Now we drive off to Ammunition real quickly, because I don't want to do this mission with a rocket launcher. As fun as that sounds, it's not very practical. Yikes. Sick driving. This is why I gave myself a little bit more time here. Because my driving is sloppy as fuck there.
No,
I see. Is there a real sense of teamwork?
My friend Joe.
Oh jeez. Okay, no, we're fine.
Wow, you're learning some real skills. How about the salary and benefits?
I got all your own defense.
From something.
Okay, now I've got plenty of time at the end here.
Flashback 95.6.
Let's have another record.
Yeah, I need to work on my route from the second Rampage replay. It's not the best. Okay, now hopefully I can get this damn Mega Jump. I fail this so often lately. And in practice it always goes fine, and then as soon as I do a run, it suddenly doesn't work out and I die here. Sick parking, I guess. That should be good. Yes, we survived. And we survived, which means we're duping. Just have to wait this timer out, and then we death warp. Good enough. Wow, that puts me almost 2 minutes ahead. Goes to show how much of a train wreck the previous attempt was. Right, for this section I'm never sure when to start the new Rampage. I guess it doesn't really matter that much, I could technically start it fairly early. Yo, Tano, how's it going, man? Can't see shit. You started as soon as you were up on the stairs with the ambulance. Fair enough. Yeah, I guess that's more than enough time. The main thing is, like, I'm wondering... Then it runs out between the payphones. Yeah, that's exactly what I was wondering about. Like, what would be a convenient time for the Rampage to actually expire? I never trust this shot. It always seems to me like the second shot is not going to hit enough. Alright, if all goes well, I'll be able to get myself 30,000 rockets during this mission. But now probably the Rampage is going to expire when I reach the second payphone, which is not ideal. So I might lose a few seconds to that, but as long as I get my 30k rockets, it's worth it. I knew those fuckers weren't going to despawn.
You know what time it is, don't you?
Can I buy GTA 3 these days? Didn't they take it down from Steam? So you can't buy it on Steam indeed, but it's still available on Rockstar Launcher. Honestly, I would say just pirate it. Cause fuck Rockstar, frankly.
Box directly to your door.
Like, if they want to make it a pain in the ass to legally buy games, then fuck them.
This is Tony on Flashback FM.
I think I have to wait until the Rampage expires. I don't think I can trigger the payphone on time. Yeah, shit, okay. I'll go ahead and just park real nicely or something. Yeah, got it. 30,000 rockets. It seems to be a lot easier when the replay is on the other island. Right, so getting 30,000 rockets will save me a fair bit of time on Silence the Sneak, and it saves me some time on Armed Shortage as well. Oh yeah, Taino, I saw that one. I love that one. It's like somebody's asking about Definitive Edition and like some kind of update or some kind of problem they're having, and then somebody else asks about like the currency cards for GTA 5 and they respond instantly. Goes to show where their priorities are. Is 30,000 rockets required, or can you do with less? I mean, I could do with less. Like, a few rockets is already enough, it's just that the Rampage automatically gives me 30,000. So it's 30,000 or nothing. Those are my two options. Right, I will try to remember to take the correct route back to the park after this. For the first time in forever. I don't know if this is good parking, actually. I think I should probably turn the other way around. And I need to stop switching to the damn grenades. The damn grenades let me sprint, but I can accidentally trigger them when I don't actually want to.
Oh, 1983. I played the trumpet a lot back then, if you know what I mean. Mary. Oh, sorry, I'm having one of those flashbacks.
For people that just can't let go. Flashback FM. Tonight, the
Alright, easy peasy mission. But I'm not super familiar with the strats I'm about to use, so we'll see how this goes.
Recently paroled guys, equip them with grenade launchers and flamethrowers, and let them hunt each other down. It's the reality show where you just might be part of the action. I was grabbing.
Good jump, I like it.
Great phone to head, but I thought there'd be more of you.
I've been hit. After that, I will.
Fuck. Now what? I guess this. Yo, one of them survived? What the fuck, dude? Get out of here. Okay, that was not ideal, but it's good enough. Hey, Elosivus. Welcome.
If you need any firepower, just drop by and take what you need from the lockers. Leave the cash under the bench. Now get out of here. I'll handle the cops.
That was very messy. I have to look into how to do this properly. I think I messed up the shot on the second car there, which made it not spawn, and then I wasn't sure how to continue anymore. Yeah, he lost his arm in Vice City, but this game takes place after Vice City. And he came up with some bullshit story, I'm pretty sure. Alrighty, next up is Evidence Dash. How did I save a minute on that split, by the way? I have no clue. But somehow I did. It double exploded. Ah, so the double explosion is the problem. I thought the side shots were mostly that you have to kind of push it out of the way to make space for the other cars to spawn. Like you have to hit the cars on the side with the rocket launcher, I'm pretty sure. Alright, what's our pattern? It's driving towards me, that's a good start. Dang it, he didn't spin out enough there. Oh no, don't give me this shit. Yo, grab the package, dude? Where the fuck is he? He drove north? Oh, you piece of shit. This was okay at first, but now it's a mess. Hello? Alright, hang on. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself a sports car first. Or actually, I can do this now. This works well enough. And then I grab a cheetah. I don't want to deal with that Wonder Star just in case it fucks me up somehow. That was painful though. If you had driven south instead, that would have been much nicer. Like, still not a perfect evidence dash, but this drive is a long one. Hey, Silly Moose. Welcome. Okay, so next two missions should be fine, and then we get almost to Dodo Bait already. There's only a drop in the ocean, which is kind of trivial as well. Let's get ourselves a fast gang car this time around. Last time I spent ages looking for one. I had to drive back and forth 3 times. There we go. Much better. Oh Jesus, no, nope, 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 nope. Fuck is trying to drag me out there.
It's perfect for your garden pond or swimming pool. And learn how to rid your condo of vermin using a penny whistle and a mysterious prancing German named Hans, the medieval millennium.
How's the run going so far? So far it's good. Okay, I messed this up. I think I misinterpreted what Powdy meant with the sprinting here. So I'll still have to wait outside the car, I guess, for them to sprint towards me. Now last time around I managed to get a pretty good Wakagashira snipe. Let's see if I can do the same this time around. Okay, now we can drive with top-down camera clearly. If you use the top-down camera while driving uphill, sometimes stuff still spawns in front of you, which kinda sucks. That's why you can sometimes see me toggle much more often than it seems I should be toggling. There's also some kind of minimum speed that you need for the top-down camera trick to work. So with certain vehicles it just doesn't do anything. Hey, what's up, Amiru? In here, I think it was safe to mega jump into the building itself. I've not tried it though. I'd rather not, like, accidentally screw up this run on something super trivial. I'll mess around with that mega jump later on. See whether it's consistent or see if there's any kind of risks involved. I believe here, I just remembered that it's slightly faster, I think, to drive into this door. Then you don't have to make quite as sharp of a turn. Alright, let's get this shot. Got 30,000 rockets to try this out with. That looks good. If there's 2 cars exploding, I'm usually happy. That was not good enough though. One more shot, but I'm guessing he's bounced down. didn't kill him. Yep, he's bounced down.
Remember the music? Remember the clothes?
There he goes. Shot him in the head with a rocket.
I'm Tony on Flashback FM. Here's one for people who were so hip, if you know what I mean. It hurt.
How do I have 30k rockets? It's because I finished... I did a Rampage replay as it was expiring, the Rampage. Which basically means that you get 30,000 rockets in this case. I don't know how to explain it better, to be honest. I don't know why some of this shit happens, it just does. Like if you complete a Rampage during a replay, you get all the ammo that you would normally have during the Rampage itself. But this is something slightly different, I guess. Yo, Infernus? Sure, I'll take it. I'll happily take this. If a genie bestowed me 30,000 rockets in real life, what would I do? I would sell them off. I don't think I've got much use for rockets, especially if I don't have a rocket launcher myself, then there's very little I can do with them. Yo, I'm still at 100 HP by the way. I'm gonna pass by ammunition anyway though, because I need grenades. Oh well, grenades would come in handy.
You want a license too?
They're not vital, but they wouldn't hurt. Oh, I've got grenades already. Yeah, let's grab some extra SMG ammo then.
Everything will be made possible unto you because he can surely turn the tide.
I remember how scared we used to be of making this drive down here onto this pier. It always felt so sketchy. But actually there's nothing particularly difficult about it. A true economist, yes. Have to maximize the amount of money I get. How would I sell them without getting arrested? That's a good one. I'd have to Google that real quickly, like how to sell rockets. Or no, I wouldn't want to use Google, because then I get tracked. I want to use Bing instead. Bing is so much safer. Or DuckDuckGo. Ask Jeeves. Or AltaVista. Lycos, man, that name I completely forgot about. Oh, actually, it's Silly Moves, that might be a good idea. Just sell them on Amazon. I'll sell them as slightly used. I guess you pretty much have to sell them as slightly used. You couldn't sell them as used extensively, because I don't think anybody would believe that. Please make them non-refundable. Oh, for sure. Without a doubt. I don't want to deal with the hassle of that. Refurbished, yeah.
We say whether you're Diablo or whether you're old, don't come with no bad vibration. It will do you no good.
I'm gonna play you some sassy ladies from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Here's a taste for you.
Yo, I'm very pleasantly surprised that I didn't get a nasty bounce there off of those pedestrians. I was fully expecting to just flip over and lose everything. Oh shit, that's too far of a drive. So now
commuters from shoreside,
I might be in
engineers have
trouble
finally
with
managed to repair
bait
the damaged
when it comes to
mechanism on
weather.
the Staunton Lift Bridge, and it is now open
Because
to
I'm
traffic flow, both to and
reasonably
from
ahead of the
Shoreside
previous run
Vale.
I did. But that would mess up bait. Because I think I'm gonna get fog then. That would suck if I get fog during bait. That flight is already difficult enough. I don't need the extra difficulty.
I tell ya. Don't touch that radio.
Right, so despite the fact that I spun out, we're arriving at the top of the bridge almost at the same time as I did with a clean Banshee drive here. So this kind of goes to show just how fast the Infernus is compared to the Banshee. Much speedier vehicle. Good, we didn't spin out there either. Now comes a slightly risky drive. There's essentially one guy that I have to hit. This guy. The other guys are optional. Like, if I don't hit the other guys, I'm still fine. But this guy had an M16, so he's nasty. Yeah, what's up, Shame625, by the way? I'm guessing that's a joke, right? That you say hi, sorry for bad English. Because your hi is perfect. Right, so now it's going to be focus time again, because there's tricky stuff coming up. Dodo bait. I've done it successfully a few times already. In practice, at least, I've done it successfully a fair few times. And I've managed to do it in a run once. Let's make this 2 for 2. Want to maintain a 100% success rate.
When I came back from the Australian-American War, I didn't get a hero's welcome. I didn't get a pat on the back from my friends and neighbors.
Flying quite safely here.
Fighting for our freedom, James. After years of fighting in the trenches, I come back here and everyone's watching TV.
Now,
Hope this is not a
you know
bounce.
what this
I think it should be okay.
Australian-American War was? I mean, I really never heard of it.
Yeah.
God, not a nothing.
Didn't even lose any health. Fuck yeah. Now comes one of the nastier bits. So I have to do 2 extra flights beforehand. If it wasn't for this, honestly, Dodo bait would be so much comfier already.
Well, thanks for the history lesson. All right, let's go over
I'm
here.
forced to fly around here too.
On Chatterbox.
Yeah? Is that Laszlo?
Yes, it is. Who's this?
My name ain't important. It's real unimportant.
Nice spawn there. Did you see that
No,
one?
not really. I mean, this is a radio show. People usually tell us their names.
It just spawned directly in my view.
And you want to keep being a wise guy, you'll find out just how unimportant. Like, unimportant, I just got shot in the head. Unimportant. Do I make
Nice flatbed.
Yes. Why are you
Let's go ahead and land around here. I feel like I'll be running out of space a little bit if I went further.
This is a family show.
Sorry.
Oh, and here's the mist. I am not happy with this mist. I am very much not happy with this mist. Good luck, S. Good luck with showering.
You're tracing this call because if you are, you're gonna get real intimately acquainted with what your brains look like. My name ain't Tony.
Right, the shitty thing about mist is that I have to fly through the park, and there's a giant pillar in the park that I have to dodge. There it is. And I have to kind of fly in between buildings here too. Let's just go extra slowly, maybe.
Say I was a good kid, but it seems like nothing's ever good enough for her. You know what I mean? What do I do?
Well, Toad, I mean, sir, you know, in life we have a lot of obligations.
Good enough. I'll take it. Now there's another nasty takeoff in the mist coming up. Fuck this weather, dude. And the fog is gone. Okay, thank goodness.
I love you, Pogo. You bound.
Right, at least it doesn't mess us up on this mission then. And it's not going to mess us up on Espresso to go either.
Uh-oh, the pharmaceutical scientist is going to get you, Pogo. Here you go.
Pogo, have a gold coin.
Good thing Pogo has a banana cannon. Those nasty scientists deserve to die. Now get the shampoo manufacturers before they squirt it in
Nice
your
grass
eye.
takeoff.
Here you go, Pogo, have
And now
a
comes the
diamond.
intense
You'll
part.
guide Pogo
So,
through
time to
tons of fun
focus.
adventures, including saving Timmy,
Still
who
not
fell
super
down the well.
comfortable with this strategy.
Here you go, Pogo, have a big watch.
Rescue a cat out of that tree with your banana cannon, Pogo.
Here you go, Pogo, have a fast car.
And help Pogo to his final mission, to storm the White House with his friends and become President of the United States. Pogo the Monkey is the game kids are sure to stare at for hours. Everyone
bad
loves
turn.
Pogo. Idiot Gamer called Pogo the best
No,
spray in
no, no,
city
no,
and
no,
games
no.
and
Okay, we're
bouncy
good.
bananas. Buy the game Pogo the Monkey
Bit
today.
further to the right so that I don't trigger the stunt jump.
And coming soon, Pogo the Monkey card game, Pogo the Monkey plastic
This
doll,
is a
Pogo the Monkey
super
book
sketchy
covers, Pogo the
flight.
Monkey car
My
covers.
goodness.
With the dad who has everything, why not a Pogo the Monkey tie and sports jacket? With a lady in your life, why not Pogo the Monkey chocolates and hygiene products so she smells like a real monkey? And for kids, a life-size, living, breathing, springing monkey. All available at pogothemonkey.com.
Alright, Liberty City, this is your
saved it.
top radio show,
Saved it.
Chatterbox, where your opinion matters. Let's go to the phones. Hello, caller.
Bro.
You're on Chatter.
That's fine. Oh no, it's not fine. I need a vehicle. What the fuck was that? Why did this mission fail? How? I don't understand. What? Fucking why would you fail?
The best new video game for the whole family.
I love you, Pogo, you bound.
What?
Help Pogo escape from the evil research.
I was so confused by that. Oh yeah, I can try again. I legit don't know why it failed. That made no sense at all. Like, is it because did one of the Yakuza guys die or something? I think I'm allowed to shoot them, right? I don't recall that being an issue, at least. Like, if you shoot them, they just get angry at you, but it doesn't fail the mission, I'm pretty sure. And it specifically said that I failed to lure them into the correct zone. Right? Okay, at least we don't have to do the 2 flights to Donald Love extra. Yeah, exactly. Failed to lead to the Yakuza, but they were nowhere near me still. I'm pretty sure, right? Like, they were not inside the compound or anything. They had not exited their vehicle. I don't understand why it went wrong. Like, if they were in the compound and they had gotten out of their vehicles at the wrong spot or something, okay, sure. Then I get it. Nah, the Dodo wreck would also not be an issue. That would also not fail the mission. I'm gonna have to check that replay out. Check out the VOD, see what happened.
Oh, she's on fire. But thankfully, I've never been.
Like, I did a grass takeoff as well, I didn't touch the ground anywhere else. I triggered all 3 of them. The final approach was sketchy as fuck, but the flight beyond that was okay.
Flashback 95.6. A good shoe starts from the ground up. At Eris, we
Yeah,
make
I don't know.
high-quality footwear. In fact, you can find Eris running shoes in over 140 countries around the world. In the past, there's been some criticism about our workers. That's why I'm here at one of the Eris factories so you can meet some of them. Excuse me, sir. Do you enjoy your job here?
I do not like that turn, but I'm getting it consistently at least.
I see. Is there a real sense of teamwork?
Vehicle has to be spotted to... Vehicle they spotted has to survive? No, that's not the case. You just have to be in a vehicle, and then they're already happy enough.
Yesterday, I made $1.
See, that's the kind of dedication we have to our
This was a nice
employees
approach
and the
at the end
quality
here.
of our shoes. Eris running shoes. Always running from something flash.
Ooh, was it though? Yep. This was the Dodo bait I'm meant to do. Yeah, so essentially it was roughly in the same position last time and it just failed. Super weird.
This is Flashback FM.
Okay, and it's not all three at the same time, which helps. They're kind of still quick succession though. Number 2 and number 3 arrive very quickly after one another. Please explode. Please explode, dude. Jesus Christ. Okay, now I can blow them up. That was bad aiming, but okay, we got him. Yeah, that's that was unfortunate. I don't know what went wrong there. We got it second try at least. At least it wasn't a death, I guess, but I'll have to study the VODs on that one. Pretty safe flight again now. I'm not going too fast because I want to try and preserve this dodo.
180 pounds, my husband's all mine again.
That's right, honey. No more escort services for me. Don't be fat a day longer than
Ugh,
you have
what is
to.
this landing
Remember,
boat?
being fat can even ruin a romantic cruise.
At least there's no bounce, but that was not a good landing. Good location, but not a great flight right before. Okay, espresso to go. Hopefully we don't crash land now. That would help. Or as in, crash land unintentionally.
Drive across Arctic tundra. It just makes me feel better.
The new Maibatsu monstrosity. Mine is bigger.
Oh, that's a good commercial. Now, I love commercials, don't you? This is Chatterbox. We are taking your calls right now. Hello, caller. You are on the air.
Hi, Laszlo. Is that your real name?
Huh? Of course it's my real name.
Are you Hungarian?
Okay, so I think the mistake I made last time around is that I flew
No, I'm from upstate.
to the right of this section,
Like Andy or Bobo? I thought all those radio people had fake.
which lined me up
Do you have a
incorrectly.
question or you just want to sit here and talk all day about my name?
No, that's it.
Good crash landing. Nice and fast. Maybe I'll add a split for espresso to go as well. Just out of curiosity. Because I'm curious how long it actually takes me. And how consistent I am with my time.
12 and is equipped to drive across Arctic tundra. It just makes me feel better.
Okay, we didn't spin out. All good.
Maibatsu monstrosity. Mine is bigger.
Yeah, with this approach I'm always hoping to bounce a little bit more to the left, but most importantly the car just needs to survive. That's priority number 1. Right, here I have to toggle the camera a bunch because traffic can still spawn if you're driving uphill with top-down camera. Now Wickley.
The red light district. If jazz is your bag, there's an all-night jazz feast at Luigi's Bar, and that's also in the red light.
Yeah, it's the longest mission, and I'm just curious to see how consistent I am timing-wise. Like, if there's 10 seconds of variation in there, then that's interesting to know. If it turns out to be half a minute of variation, then shit, I need some practice for this mission. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, we're good. That was a good shot, goddamn. I'm actually gonna shoot this guy as well, I think. Just to preserve the Banshee health. I'm used to doing all of these with grenades instead, but rocket launcher is a little bit nicer. Yeah, I still have to learn the sniping strategy, howdy. If I learn the snipe strat, then I think I'll do them in reverse order too. But, like, this is the dinosaur strat, basically, the dinosaur route. Which has worked out well enough for me, so I'm happy to stick with it for now. Oh shit. Can I make this? Yes, I made it. And I didn't even clip through. Thank goodness. Having 30k rockets definitely changes this mission too. Speeds it up a bunch. I've gotten into the habit of using my right hand for the camera switching now, which I think is saving me a little bit more time too, because I can do it more often. Ah shit. Speaking of saving time, this is the opposite of a time save.
Coming up next, it's Andy's short hot mix when we play one record back to back.
Yo, come on. Alright, we skipped a animation there, I guess. And my dodo's here. Good.
Log on to petsovernight.com and we'll send you a cute kitten overnight. Petsovernight.com, delivering little bundles of love in a box directly to your door.
Alright, let's now not mess up our dodo flying and our dodo landing, and we're in business.
This is Tony on Flashback FM.
I guess even if I mess up the SAM shot, it could still be a PB, to be honest.
Disco, electro, and
But we'll see. Let's not mess it up. Let's not aim for it. Bad landing, bad landing, bad landing. Fine. Nosedive. Bump into this thing. We're all good. I had too much speed there. I thought I started stalling early enough, but I didn't. It's fine though. As long as I've got a plane, I'm happy. Man, imagine that. A PB with a failed bait, where I even did the flight correctly, but it failed at the very end. That would be interesting.
Alright, hello, next caller. You're on Chatterbox.
Switching songs because I want to avoid copyright hell where the whole VOD ends up being muted.
Why are you talking? What, you think I'm strange? Am I on the air? Hello? Answer me, you pansy.
Well, the bait failure basically means that in any future PB I'll have like a free 3 minutes to game. Because that's probably about as much as I lost there.
How and why, and they end with your voice going up like this.
Don't mock me. I know where you work. You're just like all the rest.
How's that?
Alright, it's evil, dude. And toothpaste, they use it to control us. Why do you think all the commercials tell you to brush it twice a day? I've read books.
And what book have you been reading that
Ooh,
tells you
blister.
that toothpaste
I like
is
the blister
evil?
on this.
Adventures, the Devil, and the Great Cavity Cover-Up by J. Phil Higginbottom. If you've seen what I've seen, and if you've heard what I've heard, you'd never brush your teeth again.
Keep following, buddy.
I suppose you're one of those people that says,
Fine. No, dude! I wanted to have a vehicle. Please. Should have blocked them off more. I love the fact that nothing ever spawns here. That's a bummer. Do I really have to do this on foot now? For real. He sped off way more than I thought he would. Alright, fuck it. I guess we're doing it on foot. That's fine. It's not ideal, but it's okay. Run is still alive. Okay, we've lined up our shots. Let's try and nail it this time. Hey, perfect shot. Just no vehicle. Which is a bummer, but that's fine. My dodo is still here at least, so that helps. What was the name of the radio stations where the vocals were replaced? It was Bang Radio, yeah. Which is an excellent name for a radio station, because it plays only bangers. And suddenly we'll have traffic now, right? Nope, no traffic. Oh, there it is. You're sick. That actually messed up my lining up for the drop now. Bro, please go away. Because I think I need to have a little bit of speed driving down there. Fucking Landstalker, look at this dickhead. He doesn't even know where he wants to go. Probably got a concussion from that little collision.
Okay, great. Another lunatic. Hello, next caller. You are on
maybe I could have just plunged off. I don't know. I'm used to having at least a bit of speed here when I'm plunging off the cliff.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it seems like the whole world's against you. I mean...
You know, we're not talking about you. What kind of egomaniac are you? You got your own show. How about letting other people talk for a change? You're all the same, you giants. Oh, I'm tall. I'm so important. Listen to me talk about my tall stuff. I think I'll put this on the top shelf. Hey, what's the weather like down there? How's it going, short stuff? Can you get that? You're closer. Why so
Okay, this is a
sad,
much
people?
better landing, I think.
Short people are people too.
Nah, not really. Whatever. We've still got the plane. That's priority number one. Gotta add that to my grind list. Come on, sprint, you fucker.
For cardiac arrest or organ failure or major hemorrhage, small piece of ventilating problem. Besides, I only use my machine gun to safety my own home.
These are the worst positioned lampposts in the entire game.
Countries that don't have guns ain't American.
You know, that's a really good point. The countries that don't have guns aren't American. You know, if more people had guns, we'd have less shootings.
Yeah, still a gold, because I think the gold splits are
All
not
right, we're going
quite
over here to
accurate.
line 2. Hello, caller. You are on Chatterbox.
Yeah, I'd like to say something about taxes.
You mean the Lone Star State?
No, taxes. Well, you know, look, taxes are really wrong. My father worked his whole life. He played the lottery. And now the state wants him to pay taxes on the money he wins from that stuff?
We got a Fliperino. That's fine, though. I guess I'll go with the gang car instead, then.
$20,000.
Don't
and now
kill
I
me.
can get email in the shower or surf the internet while I'm driving. I was doing stupid at my daughter's recitals and my son's...
This guy's not even shooting me. I'm okay with that. Sub you easy. What's your PR actually, Pouty? Don't you have a 115?
Flash and the pan technology of absolutely no use to anyone.
115.15. Ooh, that'll be close then, wouldn't it?
Well, there's some child psychologists who probably say that spanking can be harmful to a child's emotional development.
And before I die on this mega jump now, that would be a classic ending to an Adam run. No, we're good. Got a good bounce and everything. We stand around here, then we trigger Maria straight away. Nice. Hey, there we go. It's the end of an era, I guess. The 11616 is finally gone. 8-year gap in between TVs, more than 8 years even. 8 years and 3 months or something. Huh. Funny feeling for that.
The sound of explosions shook nearby homes as people ran for cover. Several citizens were injured in the panic as gunfire was exchanged.
Yeah, and there's still bait, right? There's bait where I basically lost 3 or 4 minutes. So we're getting close to the sub 110 goal at least. which is cool.
With
That's
the
good.
death toll already over 20, police are still finding bodies. There have been no official denials concerning rumors that the dead were members of the Colombian cartel, and still no lead to
See you in another 8 years and another PhD. I'm gonna try and keep the gap between my PBs a bit shorter. It's a funny feeling, like, back in the days, if I was on this pace, I would have been shitting myself at the end of the run. I would have been so nervous. And now, no nerves at all. On the one hand, it's like at the end of an era for me, because this is a faster run than the run that I've been proudest of in pretty much all my speedrunning career. Because I was super happy with the 116. On the other hand, this was a shitty run, so it's like I'm conflicted now. On the one hand, it's a major improvement. On the other hand, the run itself is just not good yet. Like Portland, I'm actually quite happy with. Portland was nice, but Bait, goddamn Bait. I should check the VOD and see how much time I lost on Bait. Is the improvement because of new strats or because I'm better? It's new strats. The improvement is solely because of new strats. To be honest, this run is probably, execution-wise, worse than the 116. Because the 116 had very few mistakes. Split again and see if live split updates correctly. Yes, it did. Okay, and now we could wait for the game to crash. Yo, I got sub 8 minutes on Van Heist on this run too. I'm actually very happy with that. Basically, all of Portland went fine. Like it's there's still room for improvement. Was this the run where I accidentally drove to Salvatore instead of Tony? I think it is, right? So that's another free 25 seconds in Portland alone, right? Which is a stupid amount of time, really. 25 seconds for free like that. But strategy-wise, I mean, I managed to get the early M16 replay. I got the My Eclipse Instapass. I got the what else did I get? Van Heist was slow because I had 3 cops spawning there. I ended up with 3 wanted stars, so that's another freebie for me later on. I got the Scam Instapass, I got 3 Vans Instapass, I got Trials and Tribulations Instapass. I got the Under Surveillance dupe afterwards too. Basically, like, all the strategies that I wanted to do, at least, I managed to do. Denmark, I don't know if the older 116 run would be more difficult per se. The thing is that the old run relied mostly on just very clean driving, very clean execution. And since then, a lot of small optimizations have been found that kind of obsolete that nonetheless. In terms of strategies, it's probably easier because you have less dodo flying, you've got less mega jumping around, you don't have to do these super precise duping setups and stuff. How much time can I save if everything goes perfectly over the current PB? I mean, if it goes perfectly, then it's world record, but realistically, if I do another run and I get rid of some of the janky shit that was happening in this run, then like a 109 should be doable. And then beyond 109, I'll have to get some actual better luck probably, and I'll have to maybe learn a few slightly riskier strategies. I don't know at what point it's going to be worth it to introduce the man duping, for instance. I don't know how big of a time save it is. Probably the next major time save I should include would be a drop in the ocean, doing either the car setup there for Espresso to go, or to learn the replay strat, because those are like moderately big time saves. And beyond that, I should learn the fancier version of the exchange, where you do the dodo flight at the very end. For that one, I'm not 100% sure how much time it saves, but it's probably worth it to pick it up at some point. What record route for Portland doesn't save that much time? Okay, cool. Then that's good to know, honestly. Then I can stick with doing this Portland for a while until, you know, until I hit kind of a plateau when I don't really improve anymore. 20 to 25 seconds. Yeah, fair enough, okay. Then I'm gonna leave that aside for a while. Like, that'll be on the maybe list. If I end up getting super competitive and really good at GTA 3, then I'll, you know, have to learn that kind of route, but for now I think I can afford to lose 20 to 25 seconds and still substantially improve my PBs. Yo, still no crash, by the way. I've been waiting for this game to just crash on me, but it doesn't seem to care. Are there any more missions that can be duped? There are missions that can be duped, it's just that in the 80% route it doesn't really pay off to go through the setup to dupe them. Like, I guess you could do evidence dash dupe or something like that. But setup is going to take too long to make that worthwhile. Doing evidence dash with a tank is probably more worthwhile to include in there. I don't know if Anti actually does that in his run. Baldrek, I'm okay at GTA 3. I used to be really good, I would say. Now I'm starting to get good again.